want to address something this morning. I had people, coming back and say, this guy couldn't have voted. He was too young at that time, and blah, 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 and you need to go ahead and you need to correct it, and you need to take a step back, okay? So what goes on when I'm reading, okay? I'm not in there looking at all of these facts and things and sitting there in the mind spin of looking at all this. I read the energy of what it is, okay? So when I'm reading the energy of what it is. Now, whether he actually was able to vote, he would be a supporter of Trump, 100%, okay? I'm reading the energy of what it is. So that's it. I'm not infallible. Again, if this is too much for you, then don't watch it. Don't watch the readings. That's all I can say. Because I'm not, a lot of things that I read, especially on Hoagie's channel, I have no idea what's going on in the political arena across the world. Okay? I don't spend my day researching it. I have no idea. I'm basically doing cold reads and I'm reading the energy of it. And that's it. Now, if you want to go fact finding and say, oh, you made a mistake and you need to correct it and you need to, then maybe you shouldn't watch this channel. Because like I said, what I read is the energy of what I'm picking up in that thing, in that card. Now, I did come back and say my first read, okay, when I read it at first saying that it was a manufactured thing, I pulled those cards before any of this came out, okay? The message, the joy that was in the center, the, what was on the other side of it? I think it was the emperor, above it the snake, and below it the coffin, okay? Now, I could see that this is going to further, that Trump is going to leverage it for all it's worth, okay? He wasn't seriously injured, he was grazed, and it could have been, again, you can do the double-edged sword. On one side of it is this, the other side is that. The other side is maybe this kid was feeling good about doing what he was doing, okay, that he was going to go and assassinate him, etc. The message that this maybe elevated him in some manner, sometimes that goes on with them. Their mind spin, there are two sides to everything. So again, when I'm reading, it's reading the energy of the cards. I don't have the full background things that are happening. At that point, when I pulled those cards, I hadn't heard a thing about there being an assassination attempt, etc. No idea. Okay? And many times, if you're reading the energy, you see one thing. Then when the facts of something come out, you can maybe see it from a different perspective, okay? Then you can see how other things are viable in it. So that's it. When I read the energy that I'm picking up in it at the moment. And every energy, a sword has two sides to it, okay? So, that's the way it is, I don't know what to tell you. But if you, want to go back and fact find every little thing and nitpick every little thing, then don't watch my readings. That's all I can say, because like I said, I'm not out there. I don't watch the, I'm not engaged in all the politics when it comes to Europe or anything. I have no idea what's going on there. And that's it. I don't spend my day nitpicking, looking for every little thing when it comes to doing the readings. I read the energy of it, and that's it. Okay? And nobody's going to be 100%. And if you think they are, and well, then you're in, la la land, because nobody's going to be 100% on this stuff. Things change, and that's another thing. When you're doing readings, you're reading the energy of the moment. The energy of the moment, and people can change. And what changes along the way can change the readings. You could read something and then a day later read on it again and you'll get a different reading. Why? Because the energy is changing on it. Okay? So when I read the energy of the moment, how it feels at this time. Again, when I did the original reading, I had no facts whatsoever. I had absolutely nothing. This was before Hoagie came on, before anything was there. I pulled a card, what's going on with Trump today? That's what I got. Okay? And then a few minutes into the program, find out that there was that, attempted assassination, if you will. And then I'm sitting there trying to make sense of this. Okay? Now the joy of it, I think the joy of it, again, sitting with things and reading today what's going on with Trump. He's going to use this to grift to the max. Okay? This is another way he can get money. He's going to leverage this for all he's worth to get into power. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things going on. His mind is spinning today on that, thinking how he can use this to his advantage, because he's very calculated in everything. Okay? So if I read on this in another couple of hours, I'll probably get something more. Okay? But that's what it is. Again, when you're reading, you don't have all the facts. Many times you're doing a cold read. It's like if you're doing a cold read and for somebody, it may make no sense to you at all. They understand what's going on because they know the situation at hand. You have no idea. You're going, how could this be? This makes no sense. Oh, I understand it totally. I've had that happen, where I've done readings for people and it's making absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, but they're saying they know exactly what's going on, and yes, that's accurate. Okay? But I don't know their life, their history, what's going on with them. Okay? They know the background, what they're coming in with. Okay? So, again, I just read the energy of what's there. Take it or leave it. It's for entertainment purposes, okay? Oh, Lord have mercy. So on that note, I'll leave that here.